Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ravenar, and I'm being accompanied here by Ellie, or Ellie accompanied by Ravenar, whatever you want to say. This is going to be the quarterfinals.
Yep.
And we are good.
You can talk. I'm just setting up the camera. Just go ahead.
Okay. This is going to be ProBUs versus Mnaval. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. And I believe we are starting out on Volskaya.
Wait, why are you frozen? Oh, you're moving now. Perfect. There we go.
All right. So, good afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. We'll be getting started.
He invited me, but I missed it.
Okay.
So these are the bands. Today we are starting with a Shrines and Tomb of the Spider Queen band from the side of ProBUs, and a Dragonshire Braxis from the side of Mnaval. I'm still setting things up, so you can keep talking.
Okay. Alright, so I don't know a whole lot about these teams, but I believe it is Seed 1 versus Seed 8.
It is. Oh, you're frozen again. Hey.
I know.
Why are you frozen the whole time, Ravenar?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not frozen on mine.
You're not frozen on yours? At least
No.
he is smiling. All right, it looks like we're going to have to stay with this. Are you moving? You're moving.
Am I moving?
You are moving.
I am moving.
Yes, perfect.
I can confirm that I am moving.
All right, we're still waiting for these lobbies here. It looks like the lobby is made, but I'm waiting for that invite.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Gonna see
All
an
right.
invite here. Gonna invite you. Looks like the enemy team already at least is here right now, which is good, since we did have to wait a little bit for them. If we didn't already mention, we're gonna be starting here on Volskaya Foundry, which is a pick from the side of Mnaval. The home team, which is ProBUs, they have opted to go for the first pick in this time around. Look at you two beautiful people. We are beautiful people. I feel like I'm really dark right now, though. What's going on?
I feel like I'm ruining the illusion of my green screen.
See, I did the chroma key, but it didn't work.
It's fine. I don't mind. It's actually a nice solid color, so it's like it's not just some random thing in the background. So
yeah, we took it.
it can be work in progress.
Yeah, so we are currently waiting for one of the members of Mnaval. Looks like his PC is having issues. Ravenar actually blue screen last night mid-cast. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Luckily it was right after the game ended, so hopefully I don't have any issues with that. But obviously, we'll see. Stream went fine, so I'm excited about that.
I feel like you're so bright compared to me.
I probably am, but like I said, I usually have like lights and stuff on.
You don't right now?
Well, I have my spotlight on in the back, which is what I usually use for my stream. But it's set up for my, and I don't know if I have like filters and stuff.
You might.
Like I haven't really ever messed with it on Discord, so.
It's all good. I'm actually gonna do this a little bit because I feel like you're too tall for. I'm too tall for you. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're the same. All right, I'm not sure what to do anymore because this is taking a while. So.
All right. So, is there any sort of information you can tell me about these teams?
Well, I've already scrimmed against them, but at least I know ProBUs. They're very good. I've already casted them twice actually. I don't know a lot about Mnaval. I've never seen them play. I'm not sure what they do. But at least for the side of ProBUs, we're probably gonna see a Sylvanas pick from Muffin. Like he plays that very well. It is very bright, he says. Yeah, it is very bright.
It is, yeah. I am, again, that's, I can potentially turn my light off and see what that happens. Let me try that and see what sort of thing we're looking at if I do that.
Now we got chair stream, which is the best stream. Oh, that's too dark, I think. That might be too dark. We need you to come back and we'll see.
I turned on
Starcraft music.
All right, now what's this?
No, it looks
is that
okay. All right, I believe they have 5 minutes before this guy has to be here, though. Tizzle? Who's Tizzle?
I have a thing here too.
Thing?
I can remember.
What's the thing?
Oh,
Oh!
spotlight.
Oh my god! Okay, that's not so bad once it actually got used to
No,
it.
it's a ring light that my wife let me use. That when I was setting up my lighting was initially my my plan, but then I ended up not needing it. But actually, it might be useful now.
Yeah, it actually looks better with it with that one. Because
Alright.
my chroma key is not working for some reason.
So how do I look, you guys? Do I look presentable?
You look great.
All
5
right,
minutes.
nice.
Yep, he has 5 minutes to show up. Otherwise, it's gonna be a forfeit from the side of Mnaval. That's a yikes.
Yeah, that is unfortunate if that does happen.
He's glowing.
He's glowing.
Oh, are you pregnant?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I thought about that for a second.
Well, if we do get in this map, I know we are doing Volskaya, which is a map that we haven't really seen. At least a lot of you ranked players haven't really seen that much recently. But I don't know how many of you are going to remember, but there is going to be a high priority, or there should be a high priority on the turret camp on there, as well as a lot of point control related heroes. So we'll have to see what exactly these teams will try to prioritize on a map that we don't really see a whole lot anymore, especially if they get a lot of scrim practice on here. It's interesting playing on a map that isn't as frequent. We'll see if it comes back though.
Yeah, at this point, I've kind of forgotten how to play this map. Typically, of course, you do want the point control, but oftentimes you do see on higher ranks that they pick just like meme heroes like Samuro and just AFK and win that way, which is also an option because the objective kind of sucks. So
It does, yeah. It's not uncommon to pick a hero that is good at split pushing and do that instead of the objective. The objective was always known for being a little bit on the weaker side, depending on what sort of team comp you drafted, where it is almost more harm than good to actually go in there. Things I do remember is you generally do want to use that protector, a Trigoloff protector, to take that fountain in the top, because the first 3 spawns always spawn in the exact same location. So you want to make sure that whoever wins first one is going to want to take it top lane, for example, to take that first well to set yourself up for the following objective as well. He's hitting the play button as we speak.
well, hopefully he makes it. Otherwise, this will be the easiest cast of my life.
True.
But it looks like the remaining player is finally making it into the games. Go ProBUs. Yes. Hey, Sadie. You can actually talk to chat now since we got time to chill.
Alright. What's up, chat?
Why are you so awkward? What do you mean, what's up, chat?
I don't know. I'm an awkward person. That's
You literally stream every day.
I don't know. It's different. It's different here. I'm pretty sure there's a clip, or an audio clip that someone was so kind to upload, which might not work right now.
I have actually just activated the chat bot, so it is currently loading. If anybody wants to !RAF2 in just a couple seconds, you'll be hearing that amazing voice clip
That
from
was
Ravenar.
the first time I ever casted, and it was my amazing intro.
Okay, just a couple more seconds. Oh, great. I have your phone number. Thank you. Amazon Prime. Oh, apparently we're shipping computers here to this guy that can't join the game.
Oh god. Oh, is he still having issues, or is he in?
He is. Looks like he's opening the game, but it's taking a little bit.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Ravenar.
Hello, my name is Ravenar. Yesterday when you joined, you did the exact same hello.
Did I really?
Yeah.
That's gonna be my calling card, I guess.
You're all
I'm
awkward by
awkward.
definition. Yes.
I am awkward anyway, no matter what.
All right, so he has about 2 minutes to load the game, but if you already hit play, he should be here any second.
Yeah, I would imagine, unless he's playing on a super old PC.
Hopefully they have somebody on standby in case he has issues mid-series.
I was gonna say, do they have like subs and stuff that they're able to use?
Almost done. We're getting there, guys.
All
We're
right.
getting there. It looks like we are still gonna get a cast here for you guys.
Hey, I'm down. This is. I was excited. I've prepped for this.
I mean, honestly, all this buffer time is just allowing me to get rid of some of those nerves from the cast, so it's working out for me. And look at Peach.
I saw her.
She always finds a way to be
She's
in
judging.
the camera, even though I cropped it. That was your first intro? It was the Mario thing. Oh, he made it!
All right.
Big? What is this insane casting duo? Oh, yeah, you know. Is that the legendary caster Ravenar.
Legendary caster Ravenar.
There you go. Now you know who he is.
Oh yeah.
Dog.
Thank you.
This insane thingy caster.
All right. Looks like we seem to have our lobby finishing up right now, so hopefully we'll be hopping in here very, very shortly. Like I said before, this first map is going to be
here.
Volskaya. It looks like we have, what is it, Infernal Shrines and Tomb banned out on the blue side, and Mnaval banned out Dragonshire and Braxis. So those of you Braxis lovers are going to have to wait for another time.
All right, looks like we're getting the readies here from the teams, and we'll be going into draft in just a second, hopefully. Oh, everybody's R. Let's go!
Okay.
So once draft is over, if one of my lovely mods would like to do predictions here for the teams.
All right.
Look at this lovely transition. This is perfect.
It's awesome.
All right, still waiting for players on the screen.
All right.
All
So
right.
we're getting there.
So I once, as I mentioned already, in case you forgot, since it's been a little while that we've been talking here, the side of ProBUs does have first pick. So we're gonna see what they are looking. They're gonna go ahead and ban out the Stitches first.
All right, Stitch is pretty standard ban in a lot of games. I've noticed, you know, just the hook potential too much to overcome sometimes. Just a lot easier to ban it out. Looks like they are going to ban out Junkrat, which on a map like Volskaya, the traps and just mind control that Junkrat provides. So not a surprising ban at all.
Yeah, and then we're gonna see a Tychus ban, which is likely. I'm gonna guess it's probably a target ban for the side of Mnaval. And Hogger.
Hogger again. Just the points that he can spin off of could make him a terror on a map like Volskaya. And let's see. I'm kind of assuming we might start out with like a Brightwing or maybe a Stukov's first pick. And that is exactly what we're going to get. Brightwing, very, very strong right now. A couple viable builds, but I know the Cleanse build with Critical Miss at level 7 is a very popular talent to pick up right now.
Okay, and we're gonna see a first pick on the side of Mnaval that's gonna go to Garrosh, which is an interesting first pick. That's something that typically you tend to hide a little bit, unless it's something that they're worried about getting banned in the second round.
Yeah, the Garrosh is surprising. That gives them a lot of counter pick potential on the blue side. And I see them picking up Leo. They probably went for it with the Tychus being banned out. They were more comfortable. They figured they'd grab the Leo to help, you know, immediately take away some of that counter potential. But it's still very, very early pick to grab that Garrosh.
Yeah, they have opted to hide their damage dealers for now and going for the Leoric. And we're gonna see a Lunara, Junkrat. Wow, Johanna! They're both blonde, okay? So we're gonna see a Johanna
Junkrat.
come in and shut up. All right, you can talk then.
All right, so let's see what they're going to ban out. The blue side does need a solo laner still, as well as a form of burst damage, most likely a mage. They could potentially ban out, not 100% sure what they play, but probably a solo laner is what they'd want to ban out here, maybe like an Imperius or a Sylvanas. So they must be worried about that split push potential. So that's an interesting Sylvanas ban. Similarly, you know, sustained damage kind of covered by the Lunara. So the Sylvanas pickup on the blue side would be surprising. Banning out the Anduin does make sense. They do need a healer. Anduin pretty strong. I do expect maybe them to go into the Stukov, but Tyrande pick, interesting.
Yeah, looks like they're going for that dirty. Is it a dirty hot tub that they call it, or a dirty pool with the entomb?
I've literally never heard that before.
What?
I do like that saying. I'm gonna start using that. Is that Entomb Eternal Feast?
Yes.
Dirty hot tub?
Yes.
So is that like what the taunt's done as well? Alright. So they're going for the dirty hot tub combo. And I guess I don't know what you would pick up on the other side to fix that. Looks like they're going Sonya Tassadar. Very interested in the Tassadar pickup here. I obviously favoring Tassadar myself, but Tassadar does give you a lot of control with that wall on the point, finishing it up with the Kerosene. Double support on the side of Mnaval.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting. It looks like they're looking for the long fights potentially here with solo damage or Freya. She can definitely dish out a lot of damage. Johanna does help with the Falling Sword, the Silence and Tomb, so that might be a little difficult if it does go late game. It's a dirty tub, the chat says.
All right, dirty tub. The one thing that I will note is that Orphea has a big disadvantage when it comes to getting CC'd. The double support, both Tyrande and Kerosene can both go into cleanses, which will very much help Orphea stay alive and stay safe when it comes to that sort of CC they're going to be looking for on her. So a very good pickup, giving her the kind of opportunity to just do whatever she wants, at least is the plan they're going for. And yeah, the Entomb Eternal Feast might be the womble they're looking for, with maybe a taunt off of the Garrosh as well. So it is interesting. I feel like it's kind of an all your eggs in one basket sort of scenario with Orphea. We'll have to see exactly how this plays out.
I just spilled water all over myself, but Orphea does have excellent point control with all the resets that she can get on her W and her Q. She does have a really good point control that I'm not sure that solo healer Brightwing can out-sustain. Granted, you can get a cleanse heal every like about 11 seconds or so, but still, I feel like it might be a little difficult for her to heal if she can pop off there.
Agreed.
What do you mean agreed? You're supposed to say more, Robin. We're casting right now.
I was looking at what I think the blue team is going to try to accomplish here. I think Sonya has a pretty good camp control sort of scenario, whereas red team is going to have a little bit harder time taking those camps without multiple people. Kerosene can definitely do it by himself, but it's not the ideal scenario, where Sonya does have the ability to take the turret and take the other camps pretty effortlessly by herself. So I want to definitely give the advantage to the blue side, I think, with this draft, but we'll have to see how this game plays out.
All right, let's go ahead and quickly introduce these teams. On the side of ProBUs, we're going to have 8-Bit playing Johanna, Sage playing Sonya, Muffin on Lunara, John Bunyan on Tassadar, and lastly, Irby on Brightwing.
All right, on the red side, we have Silent on Leoric, the only Navi on Kerosene, Sire on Garrosh, Realistic on Tyrande, and Orphea being played by Crimson Chin. I gotta see if I can figure out how to lock onto your camera.
I heard it was C, once your camera's unlocked.
All right.
Is it working?
It is not.
Try O again. Press a couple times.
All right. Well, O relocked, but let's see what we can... All right, maybe?
Can you see it moving?
If I keep hitting C.
Oh well. Alright, so we're just going to see the initial skirmish here for the Prio in the mid lane. Crimson Chin getting a lot of damage on that Tassadar, but he's going to be fine. It's just some early pokes. Immediately the offlaners go into their respective lanes.
Yeah, it looks like you're just going to go solo lane bot, and then it looks like team's just rotating mid and top right now, trying to get that sort of value. Just soaking, trying to keep up. Ludar a little bit deep right now, but I'm not really seeing that as being an issue.
Yeah, just to look here, we are seeing the loss of hope on the Johanna, block on Sonya. Brightwing has gone phase shift for the Talent 1, and we're seeing Q stacks on the tasks that are Johanna gets thrown in, and we're going to see a lot of stuns and follow-up, and she's going to be the first blood.
All right, looks like red team's looking to invade that turret camp too. With that first blood, they do have that pretty easy invade, I think. So yeah, red team's going to start taking the turret. The big thing here is item control. The more turrets you have, the easier it is to get that objective. So I think that's going to be a big advantage for the red team to take early. I very much expect them at the earliest convenience, either team, to really go for that heal camp. It is pretty strong, that healing camp.
Yeah, it looks like they have gone all in on that Orphea. She did go trade build to be able to pop out on anybody that gets slowed or stunned. The team of Mnaval, a full level ahead. They're going to look into potentially getting this support camp here. Or not. They're just going to go ahead and soak mid instead.
Yeah, I think support camp might have been good. They didn't. They might have felt it was too risky, even with level 4, to go for that.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna see them hovering here for a second, see if the enemy team decides to step up. They did wait for the enemy team to get the level 4, though.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. I see Brightwing picking up the Polymorph upgrade. It looks like it is going to be Plasma Shield on Tassadar. It leads me to believe he's going to go into Archon. Lunara picking up the PvE talent, which is going to help her take the camps a little bit easier.
Yeah, we're gonna see Karazim rotate over to start over on that siege camp. And at the same time, we're going to see the tasks that are start to rotate that way, but we're not sure if he's going to do it or not. Yes, he's going to go ahead and start that camp as well. No fights over the support camp just yet. We should be seeing that shortly, potentially.
Alright, so with the objective, both of them, like you said, sending the camps. They're going to be starting up on the objective. Garrosh is going to have a pretty good anchor right here. Red team's going to get a good start on the objective here. Lunara looks like she's probably going to clear top camp, and then that's going to give them a bit of an advantage. The problem is these camps don't push terribly hard right now. So even if that blue camp does push by itself, it really isn't going to get a whole lot of value. I've noticed it kind of crashes into the wave and just gets slowly whittled down. But red team is going to rotate up and clear it out. Does give blue team the opportunity to try to contest that point. But Leo's doing a really good job of making sure they can't complete that, which is a very good job by that Leo player.
Yeah, they do have levels. They did have level 7 for a little bit before the blue side did, so they might have wanted to look at being a little more aggressive, potentially getting that support camp, since they had a lot of players and they had vision of Sonya in the bot lane. We're going to see a toss on the Johanna, but she's just going to pop her Unstoppable and walk away.
Yeah, so that's Unstoppable down on Johanna. It looks like blue team is going to take their turret camp, which is going to give them an item they could potentially use. But we got about 50% on the side of the red team. Red team is looking to invade, though. Tassadar wall up does prevent that from happening.
They did have 2 turrets and 5 players while they did have Vision on Lunara top lane, so it wasn't the worst call. They were just a little bit slow there on that rotation. They do have 80%, so the blue team definitely wants to start rotating there. They are going to go ahead and start securing the support camp, though.
Yeah, I'm going to guess this is kind of a long-term play. They know they're not getting the objective, so they're going to try to take the next best thing, which is a consolation prize of that heal camp, which I guess they'll potentially try to hold for the next objective, unless they got to use it ahead of time. Early Trigger-lofts aren't really going to do that much. Like I said before, the best thing for the red team to do right now is try to get that top well, because the next objective is going to pop top lane. So getting that well will give your team an advantage, and that's really the best thing you can hope to do right now with this early protector.
Yeah, they did get the full mid wall, which is actually quite pretty good value. We don't often see much more than just top well, and it does appear that they're going to secure that as well. So they're going to be at an advantage here for the next objective.
Yeah, very well played by the red team. Blue team's slightly ahead in XP. Most likely won't be too much of a factor, but they do have about almost a half level lead towards level 10.
Yeah, they did have Sonya rotating the bot lane where Leoric was joining their team. So the protector's just going to fall off here, and we're going to wait for 10s and go from there. The turret camp is up at the moment, so they're just going to go ahead and rotate that way and just start that immediately. Meanwhile, the blue side, it looks like they suspect that they might be there, maybe get some value top in that push. No. Not happening. Hey, sometimes we guess things and oftentimes I'm wrong, so never mind, a lot is going to happen.
Alright, looks like the red team's looking to skirmish here, looking to get a pick on that Johanna, but she does pop her Unstoppable to walk away. Lunara does not look like, but what we have on alts of the red side is going to be Entomb on Leo, 7-sided on Karazim. Garrosh is picking up that taunt, Shadow Stalk, and Eternal Feast on that Orphea. So it looks like they are going for that dirty hot tub combo, or whatever you call it.
Yes, and on the side of ProBUs, we do see the Falling Sword, which was expected. Leaping Strike, Leap, Archon, and Blink Heal.
Yeah, so Falling Sword I definitely see as being that protection against that Entomb combo. Leap obviously being a way to get out, Leaping Strike. It's actually going to be a little bit difficult to land that combo. Majority of those characters on the blue side do have the ability to get out in one way, shape, or form, or have ability to grab a talent later with like Shadow Walk at 13 on Tassadar. It's actually going to be a difficult combo to land unless they get that taunt to lock him in place. I feel like red team is going to have a hard time executing this combo.
I do want to point out that I think it's kind of interesting that the Brightwing didn't go, Magic Spit on 4, but still went for the critical miss. I would have expected them to see that shield instead, since they don't have any cooldown reduction on their trait here.
Yeah, I definitely assume Magic Spit, or they were going to go Peekaboo when I saw that W.
Oh, we're going to see a 3-man leap happen here on the front line. However, that they're not going to gather any kills just yet. Orphea getting quite low. We see the Falling Sword coming down on the Orphea from the Johanna.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be no kills, but that was a very good attempt by the blue team. They did force out almost all the ults on the side of the red team. Honestly, ults inside of both teams, except for Entomb is still up on Leo.
That was a good trade for Mnaval, though. They did get a lot of damage, and we're going to see a stun on 8-Bit. He's going to fall and drop the support thingy. What's it called? The support item.
Support
thingy it is.
That's called support camp.
There we go. But it's not a camp anymore. It's an item.
It's an item. It's a support green thingy. All right, looks like red team's gonna pick up another support camp, kill the support camp. I don't remember what it's called.
Support camp. I see saying crater into feast. I mean, if they're playing for the enemy team, they might want to do that. But yeah, otherwise, I don't recommend that crater.
Yeah, I mean, crater would be really risky there. Sonya generally would probably want to take I think it's Nerves of Steel at level 20. Staple for a lot of them. But Leo's taking a bit of damage. I think Leo will be able to get out.
Yeah, and we're going to see the blue team here invading the fortification camp from the red side. Sonya has started it on her own, and the team's coming to help her out, and looks like they're going to secure that. But in the top lane, we do see that the red team is pushing that stop forward, doing quite a good amount of damage. It's already half dead.
Yeah, it is worth noting right now that the blue team does have 2 turrets plus a heal camp. Red team has, 1 heal camp and 1 turret, so definitely item advantage on the side of the blue team. So let's see if they can use that to their advantage. Tassadar is getting his ult right now. Blue team is going to have all of their ults up. Red team does have those. 7-sided strike goes out right now. Entomb out on the Johanna taunt. Here comes the combo. Let's see. But Falling Sword out. That's the issue I was worried about. There's going to have really no reliable way outside of taunt of locking them in there.
Yeah, it was just a lot of ults used again, and nobody falling. They did get quite low, but with all the healing that they have, no kills were secured. It looks like the red side did use their support item, so they are at a bit of a disadvantage right now on that, at least.
Yeah, so we got 61% on the side of the red side. Blue team channeling theirs right now. That is a tight choke for the blue team, which I think does help Tassadar. Definitely heal camp dropping on the side of the blue team right now.
It does help the Tassadar, but it also helps the Orphea, which is the main source of damage, so they might want to do that. I have noticed that they do keep throwing out the Johanna, but they can't seem to secure that kill on her.
Yeah, there's an Entomb out, there's the Eternal Feast, kind of off-center a little bit. I guess I'm not quite sure why, but it looks like we got Leaping Strike on the Orphea. She looks like she might go down, but double support keeping her alive.
She is living for days, though. Like, she should have died there like 4 times, but she is still living here. Sonya getting a leap on the backline, securing the kill on the Orphea, but she's going to pay for it, going down herself.
Yeah. Tassadar getting that 4-man queue there. Leo and Karazim a little bit low there, but Tassadar looks like he could be in trouble. Leo very much pressuring them there. It looks like they might be able to secure that protector now.
Orphea, here. I don't know what that's about.
I think it's because you pronounce it differently.
Well, it's all Galaxy's fault. I used to say Orphea, but then I used to watch him a lot back in the day, and he used to say Orphea, and now I say Orphea. Oh well.
Okay, that's fine. I don't judge.
Yep, and we're gonna see a protector get secured here from the side of Mnaval.
Yeah, so I fully expect them to probably just snipe this top fort since it is really low, but best thing they can do right now is rotate bot lane and potentially look at that bot well for the next objective. Alternatively, they could push top keep and maybe send 1 or 2 people down to try to snipe that alone, force the enemy team to split. But it looks like they are just going to rotate everything down. They might actually just snipe mid fort since that is about half health as well. Not too bad for the red team, looking to take a bit of a lead here. taking down 2 forts during this objective phase.
Yeah, we're gonna see a leap onto your Fea from Sonya. However, they're not gonna secure the kill just yet.
Oh,
but
they
then
do though.
eventually.
Yeah, that's one of the issues is Tyrande being inside of the Protector. She wasn't able to keep that healing up on the Orphea like they were the last engage. So that's probably the best time to engage on her. And that's one of the downsides to the Protector is it's just, you have to put 2 people in there.
I mean, she did eat 3 leaps from the enemy team. She ate the Sonya leap and double Lunara leap. There's no way she was living through that,
Yeah,
I don't think.
I don't know. Alright, so it looks like they are going to drop that Protector, not really get too much value out of there. Throwing out the Tyrande, obviously, because that would have been the engaged target based on who is available. So very good play by the red team there. Honestly, pretty good value. Pretty even on the XP side, but 2 forts down on the side of the blue team.
Yep, they're even right now. However, with those 2 forts secured, they're going to start getting ahead slowly if the blue side can't compensate those structures.
Yeah, so red team most likely going to rotate up and take their easy camp. Blue team might look to take the heal camp, but that might be a little bit too risky unless you have vision on what they're doing. They do have the owl on Tyrande to kind of scout that out, but red team is being a little aggressive. Garrosh zoning out, getting that taunt. Oh, that is a missed entomb though, and 7-sided down as well. That is 2 ults down for nothing.
Yeah, they did have Lunara in the bot lane, so it was a pretty safe camp here to secure for the side of Mnaval. So the blue team unfortunately could not hard engage. We are seeing the Sonya that is definitely looking for a leap here, but she's not going to find any targets just yet. The red team retreating into the safety of their camp, just going to go ahead and secure that siege camp.
Yeah, it is worth noting that Kerosene did go cleanse on 16 for that extra protection on the Orphea.
Yep, in the meantime, Sonya's pushing top lane uncontested. She might be able to get at least a well here. Nope, she's going to go ahead and mount and leave. Never mind! We should do a never mind counter here on this stream.
We should, yeah. Or how many times I say the same... I don't even remember what it is. I say the same thing over and over again.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, we're going to see a throw here on
7-sided.
Muffin. She's going to leap away, seeing as a Brightwing Zed connect. We're going to see the Orphea getting here targeted by most of the enemy team. We're going to see a polymorph on the Garrosh. And he's gonna fall. Oh, and we get a snipe on that Tyrande from a Tacitor Q too as well.
Right.
2 as well. Makes sense.
Yeah, it looks like they're looking at getting that Kerosene down. Kerosene's gonna follow the Tacitor as well. Tacitor OP.
Tacitor OP indeed. He is already at 180 stacks, so he's almost done there. Does he actually get anything from the completion?
No, it's just the cap.
Just scaling? Okay.
Yeah, the earlier you scale it, the more damage you do early on, which is better. So you're always looking to get that stacked, and he's actually doing a very good job of stacking it. I do want to note that Tacitor did take Oracle at 13, which very good. Spell armor is very good. The vision's very good, and thermal lance at 16 for that % damage.
Yeah, we did see the Leoric rotate here through the bottom lane and feed the blue team a kill here, which is not going to be advantageous to them. They're about to get 20. So not giving them XP would be useful here. Tonya, in the meantime, has been sieging top. She's going to go ahead and grab that camp. And the rest of the blue team is going to go ahead and push here this mid fort.
Yeah, I think blue team will get this mid fort down. There's not really too much that red team can do to defend this. Not really worth it at this point. Like you said, Sonya's taking that camp. I expect blue team to back up and probably rotate to probably the enemy turret camp. With level 20s, they should be pretty safely able to take that.
Absolutely.
It'd be very dangerous for red team to try to contest this right now.
Yeah, with Leoric still dead, they don't have 20, so they're instead going to opt to go for the top side and clear that camp from the blue team, which is going to force them eventually to rotate and clear their own as it threatens their top keep. But they're going to get some percentage on the point.
Yeah, I do not believe that red team's going to be able to get level 20 before the end of this objective, so I think they need to just try to get as close as they can. I fully expect blue team to probably take that protector bot lane and try to take bot keep with it, so I think their best bet is to push up lanes, get 20, and try to posture for a defense.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the play here is definitely just threaten the top keep, forcing the blue team to retreat potentially. Unless they're confident that they can end, they should probably back and defend that.
Yeah, the only real thing I see red team should do right now is probably grab that heal camp. I think that'd be a pretty safe camp for them to try to take if they have vision on them.
At this point, the blue side does have 85% on that, so I don't believe that the red team's going to be able to walk into it in time to contest. They do have 20s for the defense, though, and with 2 players inside that protector, they can potentially get a fight behind it.
Yeah, agreed. So let's see. It looks like we are going to have Buried Alive on Leo, 11-sided strike on the Kerosene. And nothing out of the ordinary. Upgraded Alt on Tyrande, upgraded Eternal Feast. Like you said, with 2 people inside of this Protector, looking for a fight beyond it might be the best option here. There is going to be Tassadar, and if Lunar does eat that taunt, there's going to be an Eternal Feast on there.
Oh my god, the dirty bats up value! We're going to get a triple kill from the side of Mnaval with its silence and Tomb. That unfortunately Johanna was caught in that, so she couldn't Falling Sword over her teams.
Yeah, so the silence and Tomb is really I think the kick around what they're going to do, and I expect them to probably. Looks like Tassadar is going to drop 2. He is going to drop his turret before he dies.
Yeah,
Sonya did leap out, and let's see if she can get out. I think Red Team is just going to look to end this game.
Yeah, at this point, that would be a waste of time to chase that Sonya. They just want to go ahead and go top, immediately take that top keep, and potentially end the game. I think they can do it with the pressure they created before. It looks like this might be a game for Mnaval.
Yeah, a very, very good play. All the Red Team really needed was that silence and Tomb. Blue Team did have a pretty decent counter engage into that combo, but I think that the silence and Tomb really shut that down. So it looks like this is going to be a game number 1 going over to the side of Mnaval.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lonely Sonya is not going to be able to defend. The core is rapidly falling at 50% at the moment. 3 teams from the side of ProBUs alive now, but with 10%, there's not a lot they can do to defend, and the game's going to go over to the side of Mnaval. Well played.
GG's. So I think the biggest thing here was just outlasting until level 20. I didn't really see too much of an opening for Mnaval to really do anything until that level 20. They were able to get those early forts, which I think definitely helped them towards that goal of getting level 20. But the way that they had to execute their comp versus the counter engage of Falling Sword, they required level 20 to really do.
Yeah, most of the kills happened really early game. They did it. I think they were even up until that very last fight that they went to 9. Anything interesting going on here with these talents that you notice?
Let's see, what are we looking at? So as far as it looks pretty standard. Orphea did go the normal trait W build. Garrosh seems to be pretty standard. I don't really see anything out of the ordinary other than, like you said before, not going Magic Spit on the side of Brightwing. And that's about the only real difference I would have said.
Okay, let me just quickly end the prediction. I think my mods are offline at this point. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and switch over to us for a second while we wait for the next lobby to be up. I mean, look at these beautiful people here on screen.
All right. Hey, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Like Gul'dan suck.
Like, hey, spoilers. Spoilers.
That's just a spoiler here for potentially Ravenar's upcoming screen soon. That's a great
Updates
joke.
coming to the starting soon screen.
Oh, we're gonna see an invite here for the next lobby from 8-Bit. I'll invite you in a second.
All right. I guess I gotta leave, don't I?
Nope. Oh, no, not really.
No, I meant leave the thingy. Like leave.
Oh, you don't have to. Like, you will still get the thing. So it looks like we're going to be going over to Cursed Hollow. It appears that the draft, the map was picked by Mnaval, and ProBUs has opted for a first pick once again.
All right, so Cursed Hollow, obviously you want to prioritize those globals, and Diablo. Wallbangs are going to be very strong here, so it might be a tank that they might want to be looking at.
Oh yeah, you get a do-over. What do you think is strong on this map, Ravenar?
I think globals are really strong on this map, and I think that, you know, characters like Brightwing, Dahaka. Dahaka is really strong right now in general, but especially on a map like Cursed Hollow, it being a very big map, so I think Dahaka will be potentially an early contested pick here. And obviously, you know, you always have that Deathwing threat as well as Falstead. A lot of the globals are pretty strong in general, just on their own, so you empower them on a map this big and they're going to become a very high priority.
Yeah, we're just gonna be waiting here for these readies. Looks like Martin's volunteering to be a mod to do predictions.
Oh boy.
But I am afraid that he's gonna ban everybody, so I don't know if I want to give him that. Alright, we do have all the players here on the lobby, so we're just waiting for those readies from everyone. Just gonna go ahead and put mine, even if it doesn't matter.
I'll do mine too. I'm gonna be a team player.
A team player. Like, it doesn't matter if you're ready, as long as I'm ready.
Yeah. Casters are ready, let's go.
Okay, just waiting for everybody. We're not seeing anything just yet. I can do the prediction myself. I can do it myself.
I mean, I guess there's probably time for it. I'm very interested to see if we're going to see anything special on this map. This is definitely a map where, you know, people do like to bust out like the occasional Vikings or maybe like the Abath or Illidan. These are the maps where you do see some of those weird picks because of how big it is. And, you know, like you could go into like a split push comp. So I'm very interested to see what these teams do here.
All right, let's go here and get started on this draft. All right, once again, we do have the first pick on the side of ProBUs, so we're going to see what they're looking to prioritize this time around. Maybe we'll see some target bans, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what a lot of these players like to play, so I don't know what target bans to expect, so I just really go off of what map-specific ones, but hitting those target bans might let Dahaka through unless they opt to remove that. Dahaka and Brightwing are probably the two highest ones I can think of right now outside of, you know, potential target bans.
Would you rather do it yourself than give your friend Martin mod? I mean,
I just read that.
Yeah, he's always trying to ban people, so I don't know.
You gotta weigh those odds. All right, yeah. That Garrosh, I guess the Garrosh did a decent job last game, so they want to just remove that threat again. Especially since they early picked it before, so they might be trying to squeeze a potential small hero pool of their tank player. Would be a potential reason I could see them doing that. Junkrat ban, obviously, pretty strong hero right now, and just the endless poking that Junkrat can do on the tributes.
Yeah, and on this map specifically, with all the vision that he can provide with those with the double traps as well and the mine, and we're gonna see a ban coming on to Sylvanas from the side of ProBUs, which is interesting because they do have a really strong Sylvanas player on their team, but maybe the enemy team does as well, and they don't want to first pick it. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, exactly. They're probably gonna look to early pick one of those globals, and they don't want to end up with the Sylvanas and the 1-2 on the other side. Hogger ban, I believe they banned Hogger last game as well. They must know something about a potentially strong Hogger player. Hoggers are strong in general, pretty strong bruiser at the moment. So Brightwing or Dahaka are probably what I expect them to pick up first.
Yeah, so let's see what we're gonna see here being picked up first. Are we gonna see another Brightwing pick, or do they have a different game plan this time around? Oh, it's Stukov first pick. I'm actually surprised that we're not going to see a Dahaka get picked early, but Stukov is really strong. The Pling Lord with the Plings on level 13. Nobody knows about this, but I'm talking about it.
We're going to learn about it. Maybe. I guess I don't know if they go E-build. We'll see. And then they're going to pick up Falstad and Sonya on the side of the red team. Falstad, obviously, with that global presence, and then, Sonya, just pretty standard, strong bruiser right now. Again, I'm very surprised they didn't go into that Dahaka pick. Maybe they don't have a Dahaka player that is comfortable on that hero is the only reason I could think of. Let's see. I mean, I very much expect it on the blue side as well.
Yeah, we're gonna see once again Johanna on the side of ProBUs, followed by a Greymane by John Bunyan. Looks like they're pretty comfortable in that Johanna. Just that denial of any type of combo that the side of Mnaval can bring into this. However, if she's silenced, she can't really do it.
Agreed. So the one thing to keep in mind is Greymane does have that potential boss taking potential. Not sure how well it would work, but maybe a Stukov Greymane pairing could duo the boss with the amount of autos that Stukov can do. So that is one thing you always got to keep in mind when you are looking at a Greymane is, how quickly can he rip the boss from you?
Yeah, we're gonna see a Leoric ban just denying that store brand Buried Alive on the side of ProBUs. Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm glad you agree.
And then Brightwing is going to get picked up or banned out on the blue side. Just not wanting to have to deal with double global healer. It looks like it is going to be a Diablo, which, like I said before, is going to be a very strong pick. There's a lot of tight corridors and walls for Diablo to maneuver around, and obviously the Hanzo getting picked up here. That's going to be an Abba
I'm already
Samuro.
annoyed.
Yeah, I feel bad for the red team now.
They do have the global on this Falstad. Dehaka is still up, but they do need a healer though, so unfortunately that's not going to work out. But they do have a global, so they can kind of mitigate it here.
Yeah,
and they can look to poke with the
Malfurion or Anduin are probably the two I would expect most based on what I see played a lot. Unless they really go into that Tyrande again.
They do have a bit of a poke comp that doesn't blow up that much, so I was expecting a little bit of a slow healer, which I guess Uther technically is. But Uther doesn't handle poke very well. We're going to see a switch with Sage switching into the Greymane and John Bunyan switching into the Stukov.
Okay.
I didn't notice anything on the other side, though, if anybody switched.
I didn't even look. I forgot that switching's even a thing.
I think you play too much Storm League, my friend.
I apparently do. I play a lot of Storm League.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and quickly start the predictions. I already did the preview thingy, so all I have to do is click start.
That's what I do. That's how I do it.
Gonna have a 2 minutes on this prediction. Are we gonna see a win from ProBUs or from Mnaval? So which comp are you favoring here?
Looking at the comp, I think I am going to have to favor the blue side. Just the Samuro Abba can be really oppressing. Greymane, Johanna, Stukov, roaming as a trio could be pretty scary, and being randomly empowered by that Abathur head as well. So I think I do have to favor ProBUs here. The Uther pick, I'm just not sure how well that's going to work out. I feel like the way his healing is going to work is not really going to be the best for the type of damage that blue team's going to be trying to do.
All right, so let's just go ahead and quickly introduce these teams. On the blue side, we're going to see Sage playing. That's a Greymane. I don't know what the heroes are. An 8-bit once again on the Johanna, John Bunyan on Stukov, Irby on Abathur, and Muffin on Samuro.
All right, and on the side of the red team, we're going to have Falstad being played by only Navi, Realistic playing that Uther, Crimson Chin playing Hanzo, Sonya being played by Silent, and Diablo being played by Sire.
All right, immediately we see the Samuro going over to the top lane, looking to proxy that wave. Looks like he missed it though, so he's just gonna snipe the well, it looks like.
Yeah, so taking that well, what it's gonna do is create a sort of pressure for, he's going to clone over the wall. So create pressure for that Sonya because now she no longer has a well to go ahead and tap on. So now that Samuro is going to have that extra value where Sonya has to back.
To be honest, Sonya doesn't really need it that much. She has a lot of self-sustain, and with I don't expect that Muffin's going to give her a lot of clones to heal off of. With the level of player that he is, but she doesn't need the well that much, to be honest.
That's very true. But it looked like Greymane was potentially looking at the gank attempt, but Greymane's going to be getting picked up bot here. That's going to be first blood on the side of the red team. Greymane getting caught out a little bit on the, look like a rotation bot lane maybe?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I think if he was just cut off on the rotation or he was trying to get a gank, and I'm not sure. I missed most of the engage. I did see the final part there with him dying. We're going to see the Stukov rotate over to the Bruiser camp. Since they do have tribute spawning in the bottom lane, they do want to wait for that siege camp until about the 2-minute and 30-second mark or so.
Yeah, what you tend to want to do is time those camps so they push opposite the objective or alongside the objective, so your opponent has a bit of pressure that they have to deal with. With the tribute spawning bot lane, I expect them to soon rotate over and start taking those giants so they can have those rolling as well. But yeah, both teams just kind of sending their respective camps. Taking the bot giants as early as possible is going to be your best case scenario to do right now, because that will start that cooldown rolling on that and getting it up for a later potential objective. Samuro's being a little bit cheeky right now. Potentially going to get caught out here, but it is Samuro with an Abathur hat, so that is going to be a hard character to try to take out.
Yep, the camp on the side of the blue team is pushing. Typically, you do want to push with this camp, get a little bit of a wall value here, but instead they've opted to just go ahead and go for the next camp. We're going to see the Stukov currently soloing that camp. And just quickly, I do want to go over the talents a little bit here. We do have an auto attack Falstad, which is definitely interesting because we also have an auto attack Hanzo. Typically, we have been seeing the mage Falstad these days.
Yeah, the hammering on level 1 is just very, very strong. I'm very surprised to see them go into auto attack Hanzo and Falstad with a Johanna on the enemy team. It seems like a little bit risky, but we'll have to see if they can actually make it work here. But on paper, that doesn't look great.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the side of ProBUs is looking to even stall this. 8-bit is alone, but everybody else is everywhere on the map. We do see that Samura rotating top, Greyman dealing with mid. I'm not sure how long they can actually stall this since they don't have that much poke.
Yeah, the best case scenario for the blue team right now is just going to be to try to get value elsewhere. With an Abathur comp, you very much are behind until you do hit that level 10. So you really don't want to hard commit and get yourself further behind. Once you hit level 10, that's really when you're going to start getting that value. So blue team's going to hope that they're level 10 by the 3rd tribute. Samuro is looking to take out that Falstad, though. I think he might actually get that kill, and he does get out there. That's very, very good play by that Samuro.
Yeah, using those clones to get behind the wall, securing that Falstad kill. I think he won that stupid talent to get that larger armor, didn't he?
He might have, yeah. So now looks like red team is going to rotate and try to reveal that Samuro. We'll see if they can actually get him released, revealed. That should, I would say that should be a dead Samuro with 3 of them on there, but we'll have to see. It is going to be Samuro dropping. Honestly, he did get a lot of value, got a lot of push value getting that kill. That is decent value that the red team does have to deal with. Tribute is going to be spawning bot lane. Greymane is looking to push mid with that Abathur hat while that Samuro reses. Getting a little bit of siege value, getting those towers down mid is going to help them a little bit.
Yeah, I do want to point out that we are not actually seeing Silence build on this too. He has opted to go for Ballista Spores instead.
Yeah, which is one I hear that's supposed to have a little bit more healing output, but less control over the enemy team fights. And I'm fully expecting the blue team to give this again. That's why Falstad's flying top. It looks like they're just... Falstad just flies right into the blue team, though. It looks like they're going to just give the second tribute to try to get that top 4.
Navi, I'm not sure that you want to do that, friend.
Yeah,
he gets very low, but he's not going to fall just yet. Instead, the blue side is going to opt to secure this top 4 instead. Yeah. We have the red team hovering here over the boss. Oh, the Falstad still falls. As soon as I switch my camera, he dies. Thanks.
Yeah. I almost thought red team was going to look at bot boss for a second. Looked like Diablo's kind of posturing around it, but he did back up. Hanzo is taking those giants.
Yep, we're going to see the Uther Diablo here smacking the Samuro. He is going to go ahead and go invisible and walk away. The blue side is slightly ahead. They're about to have level 10, so we definitely want to see a give coming from the red side. I wonder if maybe they just, instead of going for their own boss, since it's going to be pretty close to the tribute, they decide to go for a steal instead, which might work out in their favor here.
I look at Johanna's a little bit deep on in the middle of the map. She looked like she was getting pressured a little bit, but she's going to walk away with full health. Red team is rotating bot right now. Instead of giving the curse, I thought they might be going for that Abathur. So red team is going to give that tribute. It's just going to be first one on the side of the blue team. They didn't quite have level 10 yet, so they probably just felt it was safer to try to get value elsewhere. But we are going to have Lightning Breath picked up by Diablo, Leap by Sonya, Dragon Arrow by Hanzo, Gust by Falstad. Uther's still holding his ult, though.
Yeah, and on the blue side, we do have a Falling Sword once again. We're going to see a Divine Storm picked up from Uther. I only know because I heard it. I didn't even look.
Yeah.
And a Monstrosity from Abathur, Blade Storm on Samuro, Cursed Bullet on Greymane, and Flailing Swipe on Stukov.
Yeah, it is worth noting that Abba did pick up Mule at level 7. I see it rolling bot lane. And that's something that red team is going to have to keep in mind, that they're going to have to commit to getting these structures down when they're low. So the Abathur doesn't just heal them up with Mule.
Yeah, Falstad just did get picked off by the Abathur, I imagine, with the Samuro. We're going to see the Diablo pop his Lightning Breath to get some damage onto the enemy team. But in the meantime, he's getting chunked by the Samuro. With the armor reduction, he is going to fall.
Yeah, that's going to be Diablo Souls. Blue team is engaging pretty hard on the red team. Falstad's flying in. He might be looking for a Gust here to try to disengage them. Red team is falling pretty low. Diablo is back, but he does not have souls. Red team is pushing away the blue team, though.
Yeah, we're going to see the Gust here to secure that cap on the red side. It looks like they're going to grab it, and the first curse goes over to the team with Mnaval.
Yeah,
not for free, though. They do pay with the price of Sonya.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit hard to get value. Losing Sonya right as you get cursed is a pretty big blow. Blue team is pretty aggressive on the enemy side of the map. So blue team is cursed, but they're not really they're getting these kills. So this is going to be more or less a wasted curse for the red team, I'm afraid now. Blue team should have a pretty easy time with that Abathur top lane with Monstrosity to clear it up. Red team's going to try to get a little bit of value bot.
Yep, with its Monstrosity top lane, Samura mid lane, unfortunately they're not going to be able to get a lot of value. They might be able to secure this fort here if they pressure it a little bit more. However, they still are a talent down, and Samura is rotating to them as well.
Now it looks like Sonya might look to get that Abathur pick. That's going to be a falling sword bot lane by the Johanna. Diablo's going to die again. Remember, he does not have souls, so that's going to be a full death on Diablo now. Only 20 seconds, but still, blue team is going to look to push bot now. Getting yourself pushed in during the curse doesn't feel good.
Bad. It always feels bad.
All right, so I expect blue team to probably take this bot for it. Maybe rotate back and maybe look at taking a boss now. They're looking at a 2-level lead here. They're going to be pushing their way towards a 16 very, very shortly.
Yeah, I definitely expect them to get a boss real soon here. Not sure if they're own or an invade. They are hovering the boss at the moment, but instead they're going to go ahead and head over to that bruiser camp. Meanwhile, Muffin here going to the top lane.
Yeah, so red team is going to take the boss. So I think red team is assuming the blue team is doing the boss right now. So they're doing the proverbial boss trade. This side of ProBUs is actually starting the boss now, but a little bit late. I think that red team could invade, but they don't know at the time what was going on. So it is just going to be a boss trade. It looks like it is going to be a top fort going down top lane. Like I said before, they do need to commit to this because of that mule. There's not really any fear of that fort living. It's going to be what other value do they push for. With mid fort still being up, I don't think that they really want to risk pushing in too deep into the keep, even though the boss is full health. It's going to be the same thing bot side. I fully expect them to kind of just roll in, maybe Samuro like he is doing right now. Push in with that boss, but he should be able to get out of there.
Yeah, they're going to have to go ahead and rotate for that bot side. They do have a full HP boss here threatening their bottom keep. So Falsta's going to go ahead and fly down there and do so. Meanwhile, the rest of the team secure their bruising cap mid lane. We do see a Sonya here kind of deep. We're going to see Muffin looking at her, though.
It looks like they're pushing into the Knights. Like you said earlier in the game, I would have liked to see one of the teams push with these Knights. I do understand red team has a clear boss, but blue team very much could have forced this bot mid fort while red team was clearing up that bot boss.
Dude, what is that damage? Look at Sonya's HP. Like, she's almost dead, and she didn't even get actually engaged on.
Huh, that's, I didn't even see what happened.
Samuro happened.
Yeah, Samuro with an Abathur hat. Alright, looks like blue team is going to go 2 of 3 on the tribute. Red team not really in a position to contest that. So that is going to put blue team on curse point next tribute.
I mean, they were a full 3 levels behind and a talent disadvantage, so it's definitely wise to not do that. We're going to see the blue team engaging onto the red team on their tower. We're going to see a Dibbles get focused and killed. Dragon Arrow coming up from Hanzo. Sonya spinning to win, but not very much winning.
Kind of random. Didn't really feel like it did much. Sonya's going to use her leap to get away. That arrow
playing a dangerous game here, though.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're going to take mid 4 here. Like you said, it is 16v14. Red team is definitely going to be eating a curse here, and this is going to be a very scary place to be in. Down 16 with a curse. So let's see what blue team can do. What sort of value can they get here? If I'm them, I'm probably looking at trying to take top keep with those giants pushing in.
Oh, definitely. They do have push on pretty much every lane. Abathur has been doing a great job at keeping those lanes pushed in alongside Samuro, allowing the rest of the team to get those scams and those kills in the meantime. Looks like they're going to go ahead and grab the siege cam in the bot lane, help with that deep push a little bit. Maybe they don't have to worry about bot lane that much, and instead make sure that they don't lose every keep.
Yeah, the Giants will help de-push that bot. Well, they do have to defend top. And Falstead was pushing out mid a little bit, but that is going to be Samuro diving over the wall. He's a little bit deep now. If he can get out, I'm assuming he will be fine. But he's actually getting really low here. The Samuro actually the Blade Storm actually showed which Samuro was the real one, so they knew exactly where to aim that. So that's actually a potential misplay by the Samuro player. The red team is engaging. It's going to be that gust that you see ever so frequently. That's going to be a jump.
Followed up by a leap on the Anduin. He is going to fall as well. However, they do still need to clear all the lanes here. They have pressure on every single one. Look at top. It's still with some giants. We have Monstrosity bot lane, and we did have a heavy wave mid. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to do a lot with these skills.
Yeah, the Monstrosity did just go down. He tried to dig it away. I'm assuming he had a decent amount of stacks on it. I hadn't seen the Monstrosity die before then. All right, so it looks like top keep is going to barely live, but it is going to be a decent defense by the red team, I would say. They were able to get some picks down 16 and then actually hold. So not too bad by the red team.
Yep, now the red team does have 16s. We do have souls on Diablo. Looks like they're trying to secure this bottom fort here. Even out that pressure a little bit, even though with Abathur, that's not something that can be done easily. Johanna just walking in, trying to help save this fort for her team. But unfortunately, she is not going to be successful, and the fort's still going to fall. Sonya getting quite low, though. She's going to leap away.
Yeah, she had to use that to get out. Like I said, they're looking to get those Diablo souls again, it looks like. But like I said, Diablo stacked on souls, W build, very hard to kill. But they might actually get him the random lightning breath right before the death.
I mean, if you're going to die, you have to push R.
That's true, but you're back.
It's in the rules!
Okay, yeah, it's true. You got to push R before you die. All right. So that's actually blue team engaging pretty hard on the... It looks like they are going to get that Uther kill. Uther is going to be in spirit form. Can heal up that Sonya and the Hanzo. But that was a very, very deep engage by the Diablo. Losing his souls right now is not a good spot you want to be in. I expect them to maybe look at top boss as well and use that boss to try to secure top keep. Gust is available though, so that is something they need to look out for. The wave is very much pushed up top lane as well. And it looks like they are posturing around that boss looking for a fight there.
Yeah, however, the blue side is about to get 20. We do see a cursed bullet connect into the Diablo, falling very low. He has no souls, but it looks like he's going to be able to walk into safety. Meanwhile, Sonya getting engaged on. She's going to be able to live as well. So they're just going to go ahead and retreat and take that Bruiser camp.
Probably the best thing they could do, given the fact that they're down level 20 plus.
Never mind, Diablo walked back in and it gets silenced and killed. Never mind. I was kidding.
Spoke too soon, yeah. The one thing I do want to note that I just thought of is that the Diablo did not go into APOC, and one of the common combos I've seen is Dragon Arrow into that APOC combo. So I'm actually kind of surprised because I haven't really seen a whole lot of value coming from that Lightning Breath.
Yeah, kind of interesting that they went for the Lightning Breath instead. I feel like they might have wanted to trade the Lightning Breath for the APOC and then the Divine Storm into Divine Shield to help Uther's team live a little bit more, since they have been getting locked down quite easily.
And it's also worth noting that Uther did not go cleanse. It's full on Q build, which again, into like a Johanna, into that silence is not really the talent I would have taken.
Listen, if you know that you're going to die, you don't need a cleanse.
Well, a cleanse for somebody else.
I know. That's what I meant.
Oh. Alright, well that is going to be top keep falling. That is a pretty healthy boss. ProBUs could look to end this game here, actually, because they are going to get that pick on that Uther again. He is obviously spirit form, but that is going to be a dead Hanzo. This is going to be game number 2, going over to the side of ProBUs. Lightning Breath coming out, Gust coming out, but that boss is just too healthy not to make sure this game ends.
Yep, and that's going to be game number 2, going over to the side of ProBUs. Well played. I'm annoyed and I wasn't there.
I know, that's the Samuro just too oppressive. And like I said there, the Abba Samuro is a pretty devastating combo, but the main thing I take away from this is that the Uther did not take Cleanse at level 7, and obviously Lightning Breath over APOC are two of the big outliers that I see right now looking at these talents here. I think that those two alone, and it was spin to win Sonya, which I don't know. I mean, you play Sonya a lot more than I do, so I would like to know your insight on this Sonya build. Is this a build you would have taken?
No. I definitely wouldn't have. I typically just go for full slam on Sonya. If I go spin to win, typically I would look to pair that up with Berserker, which I also never pick. So there's that.
Yeah. And that just the not going APOC and the cleanse were the big things that really stand out to me on the side of Mnaval. And obviously, Falstad level 1. I feel like I didn't really see too many stacks. I can't see how many stacks right now, but I definitely. It was like 10 minutes in the game and they were at like 14 or something. So definitely the Q level 1 I think would have warranted a little bit more value.
Yeah, especially if we're gonna be with an auto attack Hanzo. I'm gonna have to agree with you here and maybe going. Is it called hammering on level 1?
I believe it's hammering.
Yeah, hammering with the boomerang on 7 would have helped them secure those skills a little bit easier with that armor, spell armor reduction.
Yeah, and even the shield talent on level 4 with the shield you get off W would have helped verse that Samuro a little bit, give you a little bit more sustain. I believe it was that hammer gains healing, but that's just not going to be enough versus a Samuro. Whereas that constant shield plus the E shield is probably would have been a little bit more consistent survivability.
Spin is okay for sustaining into Samura, but out of meta for sure. Yeah, I mean, it honestly didn't feel like it actually made a difference. Anytime we did see the Sonya 1v1ing, well, technically 1v1ing, because he did have an Abathur hat, Sonya would end up falling very low to like a quarter HP and a full health Samuro. So it definitely wasn't helping in that sense.
Yeah, so I have to see. This is best of 3, correct?
It is a best of 3. We don't start up with best of 5s until November 1st, which is where we're going to be starting the semifinals for the entire, what is it called? Tournament?
Tournament, yeah.
Well, I was thinking more about NGS as a whole.
Yeah.
I guess tournament is a good word.
Yeah, the playoffs.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go over back to us while we wait for these lobbies to be made.
All right, I'm ready.
And just to make sure you are.
All right.
Hello again.
I always appreciate the heads up.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that maybe we could have caught you picking your nose or something, potentially.
That's true.
But,
I try to make sure that I do that in the middle of the game when I know there's no camera on me.
Well, I can still see you.
That's true. Okay, that's true, but I assume you're not watching that during
No, I haven't
the game.
been looking. So if you did pick your nose, you have been very
That's true. I mean, I guess you have multiple monitors. Maybe you just have it up on the one.
I actually just have my stream on 1, and you're behind OBS right now.
Okay, that's fine. That's probably the best place for me.
Yep, hidden away.
Yeah.
Alright, I wonder where we're going to be going next.
Alright.
Just to quickly go over it again, Infernal Shrines, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Dragon Shower, and Braxis are all banned. And we have already seen Volskaya Foundry and Cursed Hollow. So like, I don't even know what's left. Let me check.
Yeah, I'm not sure which maps are in here, so I can't even really give an opinion.
Okay, looks like we can potentially go to Alterac Pass, Battlefield of Eternity, Sky Temple, Towers of Doom, and that's it. We do see a lot of Towers of Doom on NGS.
I was going to say, Towers of Doom is definitely a map where you go when you're playing from behind. It is definitely a map that goes late game a lot of times, so if you have like a late game sort of comp that you want to run, it definitely could get value there, as well as potentially if you feel like you're a stronger team fight team, BOE is definitely a map that you would want to go to as well there. Those are probably one of the two of the ones that stand out to me the most. They both have very different objectives depending on what the teams feel like their strengths are.
Yeah, looks like a lobby has potentially been made. I'm just stalking the players at this point.
That's fine.
I'm just gonna quickly switch over to the map screen, which I haven't used it today, and it's pretty.
All right, I'm ready.
So that people have a better idea. Apparently you look like Chris O'Dowd, whoever that is. I'm gonna Google that.
I'm also gonna Google that because I'm also curious who that is. I've been told I look like people before. O'Dowd.
I disagree. I'm gonna disagree.
I guess it's probably the curly hair.
I don't see it. He has a longer face. Your face is more wide.
True. It is.
Oh, let me invite you.
True.
What do you mean harsh? Is it bad to have a wide face?
No.
Exactly. Don't be offending the white people happies in chat.
Wide people happies.
Yep.
All right, so this is going to be. Do we know what map we're going to? Battlefield of Eternity.
Yeah, we're in it right now.
All right, I saw that. I can read.
Oh yeah, I agree. You can read. I'm proud of you.
All right,
Rev
thank
Raid.
you. I'm
And it
proud of myself.
looks
I
like
look like a
this
human.
map was picked up by the side of ProBUs since they did get the win. The losing team gets to choose map or first pick, so they have opted for the first pick this time around.
Yeah, so it's going to be first pick. You said on the side of Mnaval then. So I very much expect a race. Obviously, is going to be a big contention here. I don't know if Artanis is really that contested, but there are characters like Raynor with Exterminator. Vala obviously is a very decent race hero. Greymane's actually a surprisingly good character on this map. Greymane offers you that race potential, camp taking potential, as well as that team fight potential. I've seen a lot of teams favor Greymane over the conventional actual race heroes, so we'll have to see, because I do know ProBUs does play Greymane, so that might be something they look into over actual, PvE.
Okay, let's be real here. To pretty much anybody in like on the higher divs, pretty much everyone plays Greymane. It's a very strong hero. He can really literally do everything.
Yeah, Greymane's you could call a jack of all trades. He can take camps, he can PvE, he can wave clear, he can he can do it all. Alright, so we're going to start out here with the Li Ming ban. Li Ming obviously has that poke potential. Missile build is a thing I've seen taken here, and obviously the Garrosh on the blue side as well, just making sure that Garrosh doesn't ever get played.
Yeah, we're going to see the Greymane ban, just denying on the blue side that Greymane pick. And we're going to see a Hanzo ban. Looks like another target ban here, yes?
Yeah, I'd say the Hanzo's a bit surprising. Vala obviously being picked up first, not surprising at all. Vala has very good PvE after level 7.
I'm just setting up my predictions again. I'm going to actually set it for 3 minutes this time, because, we're going to see first pick on Brightwing. Second pick, Leoric, technically. Second pick, 2 and 3, 1 and 2, whatever. You know what I mean.
Yeah, 2 and 3. All right, we're going to get the Diablo being picked up here, along with the Uther. The one thing I always say about Diablo, his kit works very well on this map. The one thing he does always have to worry about, it is a lot harder to stack souls on a 2-lane map. So once he gets stacked, he's terrifying. If he loses his souls midway through the game, it is actually a big detriment to try to get those back.
Welcome back, Thermota. And we're going to see the third ban coming onto the Sonya. They don't want to see that again. People gasp. Is people gasp a thing? I haven't seen that one yet.
What? I haven't seen that either.
Yeah, I see it in chat, but I can't actually see any icons on it.
Oh, I can see the icon. It's a people making a almost inappropriate looking face.
Oh, is that Nef's Peepo? Yeah, that has to be Nef's Peepo. I think he made that Peepo. And we're going to see a third ban on the Johanna, which is a good ban. She has been picked up the first 2 games on this series, so that's definitely wise to ban the Johanna and get rid of any type of combo breaking Falling Swords.
Yeah, agreed. So it probably looks like it means that the side of Mnaval is looking to use some sort of wombo. I don't know what else. There's obviously a mage pickup here, potentially like a JNR or something to combo off that. ETC getting picked up along with Junkrat. Hopefully they synergize more together than they do apart. Those two definitely don't always pair well together.
Yeah, we're going to see Karazim being picked up again here by the side of Mnaval. We did see the Karazim pick up in the first game. It did work out very well for them, and we do have a Vala, so double support is always good to have with her.
Yeah, so they're going hyper carry Vala here. They're going to look at their solo laner, which is going to be a Malthel, which is interesting here. So Malthel, very good % damage into that ETC and that Leo, and obviously that last rights is always a threat.
Yeah, Malthael does beat Leoric on the 1v1s, especially after level 4 when he gets, I think it's called I Die Alone or something. Which does do, yes, it does do an extra 50% damage if it only hits one enemy hero. And last pick, we're going to see a Zul'jin.
All right, so this they're going to be very much into the sustain with the Junkrat and the Zul'jin, which is good because, you know, they don't have a whole lot of blinds to counteract that. The Johanna ban obviously warranted that. So it is going to be a decent amount of race. Zul'jin can race pretty effectively, obviously, so can Vala. Depending on what's going on, I might have to give racing to the side of actually the blue team. Zul'jin is a terror when it comes to racing, and double support. Past level 16, I do know Karazim does have a talent that can let him race. But what do you think? What team do you think has the edge here? Do you still give it to the side with Vala?
Honestly, no. They do have the double support. However, Mathiel is a little bit squishy. She obviously is squishy. Karazim is typically seen mostly on more aggressive comps. With somebody else that can dive, be it a Greymane, Zeratul, things like that. I feel like early game we're going to be seeing ProBUs falling a little behind, but later on should be able to pick up that momentum. Okay, and I forgot how to push buttons, but here we are on the third game of the series. Is he going to go over to the side of ProBUs or Mnaval? There are predictions ending very shortly. So let's go ahead and quickly introduce these teams. We're going to see ETC being played by 8-Bit, John Bunyan playing Junkrat, Irby on the Bright Lane, Muffin playing Zul'jin, and on the top lane we have Sage on Leoric.
All right, on the side of the red side, we do have Karazim being played by only Navi, Uther being played by Realistic, Crimson Chin playing that Vala, Diablo being played by Sire, and Malthael being played by Silent.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see a 4-man rotation to the top lane from Mnaval, looking for a potential gank on the Leoric, but he's being very safe, staying by his gate. We don't have vision of anyone, so that's the best thing he can do right now.
Yeah, so looking for that early Leo gank. We'll see if they can get away with it. Blue team obviously is going to be looking to push bot. Leo, I feel like, is suspecting that might be a thing. He's playing relatively safely. Leo with that Wraith Walk is a pretty hard target to pick off.
Yep, at this point they have given up on this bush gank and are going to go ahead and move down over to their main lane. Just looking here at these talents, we do have a Q build Vala and Q build. That's Q, right? Q build Uther as well with damaged Karazim.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Q build on Vala. It doesn't really take off until level 7 when it does pick up. She does pick up Monster Hunter. It's going to be doubles due on Diablo, giving you that extra healing when you are stacked with your globes. It is going to be, normal Hyper Shift, Proc Rock on ETC, Hyper Shift on Brightwing, that is.
Yeah, we're going to see an engage here, a slide on the red side, followed by a boot from the Junkrat. Diablo falling quite low, but he's going to get some healing from his Fire Stomp, and he's going to be able to walk out of there. Or another boop on the backline. Diablo's gonna look for an engage on the Zul'jin. He gets the Q and the flip. No stuns connect, unfortunately, so that's not gonna be a kill.
That's gonna be low Zul'jin, though. That's gonna be
living
Diablo
in the
must not
backline.
have had his E up. I figured he was gonna look for that flip on the Brightwing to interrupt that Z.
I think he had already used it on the Zul'jin. We're gonna see a flip here on 8-Bit. It is a very squishy tank on ETC, but he's gonna be able to walk out of there safely. Monk here, he's gonna be very aggressive. I'm gonna see. Oh, I thought he had more damage than that, but he doesn't. And the top lane. Looks like the offlaners are about even with Malthael. Seems to be slightly winning this lane here, as expected. With Div level 4 picked up, did he pick a Dialon? He did, so he should be winning the top lane quite convincingly now. El Taquito, thank you so much for that raid, friend. I appreciate it.
It looks like both teams are just going to take their respective mid camps, getting those pushed. That is going to warrant a response by both teams. It is pretty common to send these camps right before the objective spawns. If left alone, a lot of times they can get a decent amount of value via the wall or whatever it may be.
Yeah, on the top side, we do see the Malthael still fighting this Leoric. He keeps falling low, but he does have that Wraith Walk to walk into safety. And it looks like the red team is looking to be on the defensive side, which I do agree with. Vala does need to stack to get her power going. And she only has 5 stacks at the moment.
Yeah, looks like they're just clearing their respective camp spot and top. Not a whole lot of damage going on right now. ETC does get that slide on the Vala and the Diablo there, though.
Yeah, she does. However, they're not able to get a lot here. There's Diablo. If he can get a flip on that Zul'jin, that might be a kill. We do have a defensive mine here, just in case that were to happen. Everybody's going to go ahead and move over to the blue side's Immortal. And go for a defense. Vala getting rooted onto the stun, onto the slide, onto the kill. She is going to be first blood.
Alright, so that's most likely going to give at least halftime over to the blue side, I would imagine. Vala very much that race that they need, so Zul'jin is just going to be able to chunk out the rest of this Immortal, I believe, or at least push it to halftime, but it looks like he's actually going to get pressured by that Kharazim.
Yeah, Kharazim has been living on Muffin's face the entire game, so I expect that to be a thing.
Yeah, Kharazim unfortunately needs to be low health to do max damage, and that's exactly where Kharazim and both Diablo are going to be looking for him to engage. It looks like they are going to try to gank that Leo. Wraithwalk is going to come out though, but he is going to get away. Brightwing is Zian in top. Leo actually is going to drop. It is a Leo, but that is a surprising kill there. Red team is actually going to be potentially looking to push halftime now. Or I guess it gets pushed to halftime already.
Yeah, we're going to see the Diablo attempt to get an engage here on the bot side. He does get polymorphs. Unfortunately, he cannot follow up. We're going to see a chase here on the ETC, falling semi-low, but we do see the Brightwing Zed connect onto him, so he's going to be fine. The red team moving on to defend their Immortal. Meanwhile, Kharazim going back to race.
The Diablo's going to get rooted by the Junkrat trap. Zul'jin just kind of farming stacks right now. Diablo is a little bit on the low side. If the blue team turns on him, they might be able to drop him. That's going to be Diablo going down right now. Vala is backing up, looking to try to get some damage on this Immortal.
Yep, we're going to see a pickup on the Malthael as well. Vala getting very low here. She's going to be able to run away, though, unless 8-Bit can get a slide on her. But instead, they're going to go ahead and turn on the Kharazim, and he's going to drop as well.
Yeah, that's a very good pick off here. There's going to be blue team picking up the first Immortal of the game.
Yeah, it was pretty even. It only had about 2,000 HP on that Immortal before it went over to the side of ProBUs.
Alright, so let's see what blue team can do here. There's not a big shield on this Immortal, and it is a rather early game Immortal, so I think they're most likely going to be looking at maybe the wall, and that's it. Vala is going to be able to clear this pretty effectively. She does have Monster Hunter on level 7 now. They are just... looks like the wall and then potentially backing up. Unless they can get a pick on this Diablo here. ETC comes off with that slide. And Diablo does barely survive here. And we're looking at Zul'jin about 2/3 of the way stacked.
Yeah, he is stacking up very well. They do have a lot of melee heroes with that Uther, Kharazim, Diablo, Malthael. It's going to be pretty much a stacking party here for the Zul'jin. We're going to see the blue team go ahead and move over to the neutral siege camp here. In the meantime, Malthael is working away at the bottom one, which is not really... he's going to get scouted here, and the blue side does have a Brightwing. We're going to see the Kharazim rotating down here to help secure this camp, and it's going to go over to the side of Mnaval and the top side, the top fort being threatened by ProBUs.
Yeah, so looks like it's going to be one fort up for the side of the blue team. And looks like red team, I thought they might rotate to their camp. It's going to be level 10. We're going to have Mosh Pit, obviously off of ETC, Blink Heal, Taz Dingo, Entomb, and Riptire. Nothing out of the ordinary on the side of the blue team.
No, it's definitely something to be expected. We're going to see the red team rotate over to get their Bruiser camp out, get some XP over. They're very close to 10, so they might be wanting to look into doing something very soon just to catch up.
Yeah, Diablo is also looking to be sacked on souls very, very shortly, so that is definitely going to be their opportunity with level 10 coming online right now.
Oh, Diablo's definitely looking here. It looks like they're looking for an invade onto this Bruiser camp. We did see the Lightning Breath again, which didn't really do a lot for them last game. However, it is a counter to a Junkrat with a lot of the CC he has.
It's true, yeah. So his Lightning Breath goes out right now, but much like last game, he just takes a bunch of damage with Lightning Breaths. He Qs back into them and loses the camp, and that is going to be Divine Shield out this time, but blue team's getting really low. That Leo's getting hit by Kharazim and Vala.
I'm quite surprised that Diablo didn't fall there. They did have Divine Shield this time, which I'm quite surprised. They do have double healer, and this time they did opt to go for the Divine Shield.
Yeah, I think Divine Shield's definitely the call here, and W build on Diablo is very sustainable, especially since he is almost stacked on souls, so that definitely helped him stay alive a lot. There's going to be halftime forced by the side of the red team, so blue team very much looking to defend here. They are in a position to do a little bit of damage, but it does look like red team is in a decent position right now. Brightwing bot lane, Mosh Pit out right now, but getting interrupted by that follow. ECT is eating that seven-sided strike and is going to fall. Diablo is stacked on souls now.
Yeah, it's definitely the time for the red team to be aggressive, going on the side of the ProBUs' Immortal. We're going to see a stun on the... Forgot his name, with the mop guy.
Leo.
Leoric. And we're seeing Entomb on the Vala. Unfortunately, they don't have... Oh, there goes the Riptar, and she is very dead. I'm very curious to see the overkill there.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like Karazim's backing here. It looks like blue team might be able to take this objective. It is relatively low death timers right now, but being as Vala's the one who's dead, it's going to be very difficult to try to push him. Blue team is very healthy right now. Red team is a little bit low and backing. Diablo just ran in and Lightning Breath and into a Taz Dingo Zul'jin. That was a very risky play to do. It seems like every time this Diablo hits Lightning Breath, he just gets melted.
Yeah, we did see a last rites on that Zul'jin, but Zul'jin was able to survive. He is still very low. He no longer has Taz Dingo, but Mnaval unable to secure that kill.
Yeah, so red team, was able to secure that Immortal.
Wait, what? When did that happen?
It did. I guess Vala must have snuck around or something. So there's going to be no shield on the Immortal. But given how poorly that fight was going for them and the fact that they're 2 levels behind, this is actually a very big silver lining for them. This Immortal's not going to do a whole lot, but it will give the red team the opportunity to get a lot closer to 13. That's going to be an Entomb out by Leo on a Diablo. Not really too much to come from that, but blue team is going to clear that relatively easily. But like I said, the main objective here is to not have an Immortal pushing against you.
Yeah, they were not able to get any value, but at the very least, that was some denial and stop the side of ProBUs from snowballing even further. We're going to see them go ahead and rotate down, secure that siege camp. In the meantime, Malthael rotating top, secure the top one.
Alright, so yeah, the blue team most likely going to take this spot for it here. Without level 13, I feel like red team's not going to actually want to defend it too much here.
Yeah,
Karazim took it?
Yeah. Well, that's she thinks. She's not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to see a root on the Stukov. He's going to be just fine. Karazim rotating down to meet up with his team. Going to see that the red team is slowly falling behind on XP and levels. They might want to look into doing something very soon.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Diablo did lose his souls earlier, so that's going to make it a little bit harder for them to do any sort of engage because Diablo does not have a whole lot of health. They're very much looking to want to gank someone right now, which I think is what they're posturing to do, is to try to catch a squishy rotating. Yeah, but Leo is playing far too safe, I think, for that to happen to him.
Yeah, we also did see the danger ping, so they are fully aware, though, of what the side of Mnaval is looking to do. ETC positioning here aggressively. He just backs out, doesn't do anything. Instead, the red side is going to secure their bruiser camp.
Yeah, the red team right now, though, they're going to want to fight before 16. Even without Diablo Souls, they're going to lose an opportunity if they don't pick a fight right now. This is going to be ETC side coming out right now. Taz Dingo is available on Zul'jin, so he's not exactly going to be the best target. They are just going to try to force halftime. I feel like this is not the right call. Blue team's just going to back up and get 16. You got to pick a fight instead of halftime. It's going to be seven-sided coming out.
Yeah, the side of Mnaval getting quite low. However, they are not going to fall. At this point, they are ahead on the race. However, the blue side has everything, and they're going for them. They're not in a rush. They can just wait for the lanes to push. At some point, the red team is going to have to back out.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a slide out on the Diablo. That Diablo falls very, very quickly, and that is going to be an Entomb out kind of counter synergistic by that Junkrat knocking him out, but that is going to be a Divine Shield out on the Uther. Vala's just trying to do whatever she can, but that Uther is going to fall. It is Spirit Form, not really do a whole lot there. They do have to still be careful of Vala not coming in and finishing off this objective, but Zul'jin and Junkrat are going to back off and start doing damage to this Immortal. I don't really see any way that this doesn't go over to the side of the blue team.
Yeah, looks like Bella's been having a bit of a hard time stacking. She is still only at 19 stacks at this point in the game. We are looking at an Immortal here that is potentially going to get keep value here. They don't have 16, so this is ProBUs' game to win at the moment.
Yeah, so they're gonna tag the camp on the way, and you very much are looking for a keep here. It is about 40% shield on this Immortal, but that should be plenty to at least take down the keep wall. I definitely think you could pressure the keep. The red team does not have level 16, so but they are looking for a flank here. This Diablo is very caught out right now. This is going to be a Entomb out. ETC does have Mosh Pit, so they got to be wary of that. Diablo casting Lightning Breath right before he dies again. That's just every time he casts Lightning Breath, it seems like he goes down.
Yeah, it feels like that he might have looked into going for APOC instead.
Yeah, APOC would have done so much more, I think.
And maybe switching the engage target. Like, I've seen him engage on Zul'jin a lot, which unfortunately they're not able to secure. He's able to pop that Dingo and survive. We're gonna see this is a big wave. We're seeing an Immortal, a camp, and a couple of catapults. Just one. And
yeah.
Surely this keep is going to fall.
Yeah, this is 100% keep. I feel like if you're blue team, you do back up. As much as you do have, they don't have 16. Diablo is resing soon. You don't want to try to make a core call right now. You just play for another set of kills, potentially play for level 20. Red team is about to get 16. At this point, it's your game to lose. You just kind of keep lanes pressured, play for next objective.
Yep, they're going to go ahead and move forward and secure that bottom neutral camp. And the red team, knowing so, it looks like they're going to move up and try to secure the top for themselves.
Yeah, so if you're red team right now, the second you hit 16, you're looking for a fight. Diablo is only about halfway stacked on souls, so he's getting a little bit of health on him, but not quite where he wants to be. But blue team is rotating up right now. But like I said, this is red team. This is a really good Entomb over the wall, though. They're absolutely trapped. There's going to be 7-sided out on the Leo.
Oh, Diablo gets Divine Shielded, so he's not going to fall just yet, but the Zul'jin is really chunking away at everyone. Malthael and Diablo falling. How many stacks is this? He's at 48 stacks at the moment, so he's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, he is. And like you said, Vala only at 22. Diablo is pretty sustained, but like I said earlier, you run the risk when you pick Diablo of once you lose your souls midway through the game, it is very, very difficult to function without them. So on a map like this, it is going to be a Mosh going out on that single target Vala, single target Mosh to secure this game most likely. I fully expect this is going to be the end of this series, going over to the side of the blue team.
Yeah, with the amount of stack that this Zul'jin has, he also went Q builds for the most part, so he has a lot of raise. And so he's gonna get the kill on the monk, and they're still going to secure the game. That's gonna be a 2-1 win for the side of ProBUs.
GG, well played. Yeah, looking at the talents here, like I said before, Uther did not go cleanse again. There wasn't as many targets to cleanse, but you still have that ETC stun. You still have that Brightwing Polymorph. So I feel like not going cleanse on the Uther, even though you are double support. It is worth noting, Karazim did not go cleanse at 16, so you have double support, neither of them took cleanse. So that was a big misstep, I feel like, on the side of Mnaval, and obviously the APOC, like we talked about before. Otherwise, like, Malthael did get... I don't know if he actually got a pick with last rites, but he did set up some good kills. But not going cleanse with double support, I feel like at least one of your healers do need to go cleanse here.
Wait, you're right, neither of them did. I guess I just don't believe in the cleanse power.
I guess, I don't know. I guess they thought Divine Shield would probably be enough.
Okay, well that's the end of the games. If you want, we can always talk to the winning team. Listening to 8-bit talk, honestly, is like music.
Hey, I'm down. We can do an interview.
Alright, let me see if they are down for that. All right, so let's meet up at lobby number 2.
All right.
All right, looks like they are hopping on.
All right, sounds good.
Hello.
Hello, friends.
Hi.
Well
How are
played,
you today?
guys. Very good,
Thank
very
you.
good. Good games, guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, Ravenar wanted to talk to you guys, so we're here.
All right. Well, first off, congratulations on your win. My first question that I have for you guys. So you guys actually dropped game number 1. Do you know? I guess I don't know what happened there. I don't know.
Alright, well, game 1, we were actually pretty surprised by their double healer pick. It definitely made things pretty tough, like, to kill anything really. Like, if you remember, like, pretty much nothing happened the entire game until the end. We lacked, like, any real kill pressure on them, other than, you know, some surprise flanks or whatever. It was tough.
Yeah, I think on that one you kind of have to give a lot of credit to Mnaval. Like they clearly had a game plan that they prepped for when they came in to play this, and I think we were comfortable with our comp. You know, and I think we were comfortable through most stages of the game, but they obviously had theory crafted that, and you know, were able to land a pretty phenomenal, you know, wombo engage to just kind of wipe us out. You know, that was it was one of those comps where, you know, it just doesn't take much. And
Yeah, you don't really expect to see it coming.
They were kind of able to land the full value on all of their abilities in sequence, and that was kind of it for the team and it for the game, you know. So, you know, that's HOTS for you. But if there was never a comeback mechanic, it wouldn't be fun.
That's true. I agree.
That Samuro Avatar thing, is that something that you guys run often? Or I'm not, I think I forgot to say, you guys, I think this is the 3rd time, so you guys might think I'm a fangirl at this point, but I don't think I've seen that yet, though.
Well, for me personally, I've been running Abba Sam since like way before ProBUs on my other teams in Heroes Lounge, in Storm League all the time. It's definitely a favorite of mine, and honestly, I would say it's a lot more fun than it is effective. But you know, if we win, we win.
It's true. So you're the one I should blame for seeing Abba Samuro in my games.
Yes.
I mean, unless Muffin here plays on a U, probably not.
Oh, true. That's true.
Oh no.
But yeah, that was a very good. I do know the power of Abba Samuro, so that was very well executed. I saw a bunch of, you know, really good plays made by you two.
Yeah, there were a
Thank
lot
you.
of kills here on their tower. Like, yeah, it's like they don't care if there's a fort. They're still gonna
Yeah,
get it.
I remember seeing the one where the Samuro dove the Falstad, like teleported over the wall, potentially. I don't actually remember if it was actually over the wall. And then like move the Samuro right to the end and then teleport back after getting the kill. I was like, that's very, very smooth, like how that worked out.
Oh, you won't believe how often it happens.
I could never do it. I would try to do that and I would just die. So I think I played Samuro once in my life.
It's something that's well known amongst the team, is that Muffin is able to press buttons in sequence that the rest of us just can't press. So.
Yeah, it's one of those, you know, if you got it, you got it, in terms of knowing how to make those characters work.
All right, and I did see that you guys chose to ban the Garrosh on both games. Not too sure that he was the biggest issue on the first game, so what's the thought process behind that ban?
We we beg to differ.
Well, I mean, I'm just from a third party viewpoint here. So I mean, I wasn't playing against it. I probably would have banned it too if I was in your shoes.
Yeah, the thought process behind it is, Garage does have a very effective engage, and a very effective engage that can work to isolate a single target, which has some very, very nice synergies with the Karazine that they were attempting to run. So,
yeah, with the 7-sided.
So the thought process was, if we deny an engage that's as powerful and isolating as it is, then their pick comp becomes much less effective. And I think a little bit you could kind of see the value of that in that third game there, where it's a similar sort of setup, but in that case the engage is coming to you, and therefore the 7-sided was being dispersed in a lot more of the fights as opposed to focus fired. So that was the thought process.
That is true. That is true. I did not think of the 7-sided just landing on one hero that was being tossed there. So that's definitely.
Yeah, I guess
need
we
to
just
keep in
saw you
mind.
guys. Yeah, we just saw you deal with them really well. So, I never really thought about the big picture on that.
Yeah, anything else that you want to go over, Rob?
I know. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else at the moment. Guys, congratulations again, obviously, on your victory.
Yeah, looks
Good
like
luck
we're
in
gonna
the
be
rest of the playoffs.
going over to the semis against Boogans Forever. So I wish you guys good luck in the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. So we're looking forward to it.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, so I mean that's pretty much it. So we just gonna go ahead and close out the cast. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and switch over, delay, and play a couple of Storm League Fiesta games.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. I very much enjoyed this. So
Yeah, that was
I
a
don't
lot
really
of
know
fun.
what to say now. So
Well, we don't
other
have to
than
say
I couldn't
anything else.
actually, the seek key wouldn't work at the end of the last game. I had to manually do it. It kept taking me to the mid well.
Oh,
I don't know why.
Maybe you clicked on the well by accident at some point.
Actually, that might be it. I was like, so I just had to. Luckily, it was BOE, so it was really obvious where everybody was, so it wasn't a huge issue.
Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. I will go ahead and just restart and just play some Clowny Storm League. And thank you for joining me, Raven. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, hey, thank you guys for having me. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.